Welcome to the NSA Featured Membership Show. Today we have a very special guest, Marilyn Sherman. Marilyn, welcome.
It's great to be here, Katrina. It's always good to see you.
So Marilyn, tell us how you help your clients.
I help my clients when they're looking for an opening keynote speaker or a closing keynote speaker, because I speak at large events. If they want to engage the audience, give them a motivational, inspiring message, but it's also got some content and some teeth to it, that's what I do. So if my customer is the bureau or the bureau agent or the meeting planner, what I do is the problem I solve for them is I am a guaranteed hit it out of the park, home run keynote speaker. And then the specific problem I solve for the actual attendees is I help people get out of their comfort zone, get out of their own way, and live their life in the front row. And so it's inspiring, it's engaging, and they leave my keynote with more energy, content that they can use immediately in their personal and professional life. And it's a win-win-win. It's a win for me because I love what I do. It's a win for the meeting planner because the audiences typically really love what I do. And it's a win for the audiences because they walk out knowing it was a valuable hour they spent listening to my keynote.
Very motivational.
Yes, totally motivational.
Excellent,
Yes.
Wonderful. And I've seen you perform, and I must say I was motivated, ready to roar. So tell us, what is your speaking career? How has it helped you personally and in your career?
What helped me?
Your speaking career.
Yes.
And more particularly, how has NSA Las Vegas helped your career?
Well, I've been a member of NSA for 26 years.
Wow.
And I have not missed a convention in 26 years. So NSA, both the local chapter of Las Vegas, which I love, and also our national association, that's my home. I'm surrounded by my people. There's no other people in the world who understand what we do for a living. So I go to get rejuvenated. I go to get re-energized. And because I've been in the business so long, it's my turn also to show up and give to the new speakers or the new members. Because a lot of times members come into the NSA Las Vegas, they're not new to speaking, but they're new to NSA. So I like to be representative of what's possible by our association.
And you've been very generous with your time to the new speakers. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, they've been very generous with me in terms of people that came before me. I mean, even Mike Rayburn, a CSP, CPAE member of our chapter, he took me out for coffee probably like 6 years ago, and maybe it's closer to 10 years ago. And he said, I looked at your LinkedIn profile and there's some things that you could change. And he was so generous with giving me unsolicited feedback, which is not always welcome, but from a Hall of Fame speaker, it was welcome.
Indeed.
And he gave me some really good feedback. And I'm like, Mike, what can I do to repay you? And he goes, just pay it forward. So there's a philosophy of, the spirit of Cavett is giving back to our fellow speaker. We're not competing for pieces of the pie. We are growing a bigger pie. So I like to represent that at our local chapter.
And you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So tell us, what about your strategy this year and the next few years?
Well, my strategy is to keep speaking. I mean, speaking begets speaking. I'm sorry. I need a Kleenex. I'm sorry. Can we
do that question
ask
again?
that question again?
Absolutely.
And what's the question? What's my strategy to build my business?
2021. So
Does that have anything to do with NSA Las Vegas or just in general?
Not really. In general, you can say that was there hardships in 2020?
Okay. Got it.
Or how you made the
Thanks,
turn.
Kathy.
And okay?
Okay, got it.
Ask the question again.
Yeah. So what is your 2021 objective for your career?
Well, the good thing about COVID, I mean, although it's horrible what our country went through the pandemic, but I like to look on the bright side and be optimistic about, okay, now what? And because of the pivot that we as speakers had to make, I have now invested in my studio. So now I have a beautiful virtual studio, which is an add-on offering to my clients. I like to say, it's my marketing piece that's going out right now, motivated, dedicated, and vaccinated. I'm ready to keynote in person or continue to do virtual presentations because my studio is really good. So my strategy is to let them know that I can show up live and in person. I'm ready to get on a plane, but I'm also very well equipped in my home office here in Las Vegas. So that's my strategy, to just keep letting bureau partners and agents and meeting planners know that I'm here, I'm doing very well, and I can continue to support them and their clients with booking my keynote presentations.
So tell us a little bit what you've learned about 2020 and how to communicate virtually, which is quite a challenge.
Well, what I've learned is that you can be just as inspiring in a virtual environment as you can on stage. Yes, it's different. Okay, we get it. Stop complaining about it and stop talking about let's wait till we go back to normal. We're never going back to normal. There's no such thing as normal. That what we're going through is there's nothing normal about it. So I like to say we're going back to the new future. We get to create, recreate, re-energize. We get to decide what kind of speaker we want to be in the marketplace. So now is the perfect time for us to brush up on our skills, virtual skills, our studio skills, our engagement skills. The great thing about virtual presentations, and this is what I learned, this is so key, because it's virtual, I am watching the speakers before me. And as I see the speakers go on before me, and then there's a break, and then they bring me on as the closing keynoter, for example, I can literally take a screenshot of one of the speakers or one of their points, and I could literally add it to my keynote on my Mac and put it up as a slide, and I never would have been able to customize on the spot that quickly in a live event fashion. So because it's virtual, I have more flexibility to connect even deeper with my customers.
Excellent remarks. So tell us, where can people get a hold of you?
MarilynSherman.com is my website, and I do a Front Row Friday video every week. So just sign up for my free video, and I do little 3-minute motivational, inspirational videos that go out every Friday. So MarilynSherman.com is the best way to find me.
Thank you, Marilyn.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you so much.
Thank you. It's always good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the NSA Featured Membership Show. I hope this show has brought your speaking one step closer to excelling. See you next week.